Hey there, guys, it's Gabriel, and I want to share something with you guys that's been on my mind lately. This is one of my How Movies and Video Games Should Go videos, and in this video, I want to talk with you guys about how Madagascar 4 and Cars 4 should go. Now, I don't know at the moment when development of Madagascar 4 began, but somehow, Madagascar 4 has been in development for years now. And come to think of it, I assume it's been in development since the third movie came out, or since the spin off movie Penguins of Madagascar came out. And for Cars 4, while while Cars 3 may seem like Pixar's last movie for the Cars franchise, you know, we also have the TV show Cars on the Road, and there was something in it that definitely gives us a glimpse on a possible Cars 4 happening, and I'll get to that later. First of all, let me talk about Madagascar 4 and how I think it should go. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Madagascar franchise, and, you know, for a while now, I've imagined what it'd be like if it was a series of four movies, and in 2010, uh, Jeffrey Katzenberg, I think that's his name, Jeffrey Katzenberg. He used to be the CEO of DreamWorks, which I guess owned Madagascar. Yeah, it DreamWorks did own Madagascar, and Jeffrey Katzenberg, he used to be the CEO of DreamWorks, and now we got Christopher DeFera or Nefera. Yeah, yeah, he's taking over. Jeffrey Katzenberg, or Mr. Katzenberg, if I can't remember his first name. I mean, I just looked it up already, but man, I guess my mind is in other places. But basically, Mr. Katzenberg, it turned out that he retired from being the CEO of DreamWorks in 2016 and let Christopher DeFera or Nefera, whatever, take over. But as I was saying, basically the Madagascar franchise, it was created by Eric Downwell. Yeah, Eric Downwell and Tom McGrath, who of course voices Skipper the Penguin. And sometime in 2017, well, I think a year before that, Madagascar 4 was confirmed to come out sometime in 2018, but in 2017, um, the uh, the film was removed. Number one, DreamWorks has a policy of releasing 3 films a year. They used to release 2 films a year, but now they're trying to release 3, and a lot of that costs money. And of course, um, DreamWorks is in development of other movies or other franchises. A lot of people at this point believe that Madagascar 4 is canceled, but I don't really think it is. I had moments where I assumed that it's canceled, but it's actually still in development. And sometime in 2017, Tom McGrath, the voice of Skipper the Penguin and the co-creator of Madagascar, he did say that, you know, he did say that the characters might show their faces once more, and hopefully they will. Some people say that the world may not want Madagascar 4. Even the Madagascar fans may not want Madagascar 4, but I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people out there who want Madagascar 4. And whether or not if the world wants Madagascar 4, number one, there has to be a good story to tell. And two, if there is a good story to tell, some people may like it, some people may not. And you know what? Here's a good idea for it. If you guys remember the spin off movie Penguins of Madagascar, it takes place right after the third movie. And, The penguins learn that their kind is being kidnapped by Dave the octopus, and then they join the North Wind, who basically claim to be, better than them. And come to think of it, you know, I think in Madagascar 4, the main characters, Alex the lion, Marty the zebra, hippo, Gloria the hippo, Melman the giraffe, heck, maybe even King Julian, Maurice, or even Mort. Well, I'm not so sure about them, and I'm not even sure about the chimps, Mason and Phil, but these guys should definitely join the North Wind. I think a good idea plot for Madagascar 4 would be where I think maybe we would see, you know, Captain Dubois from Madagascar 3 planning on revenge because she got sent to the island of Madagascar. And I don't know how this could go or not, but maybe she should meet Makunga, who could also possibly planning revenge. And they might do something to capture their friends. They could capture. I mean, Captain Dubois' main goal was to capture Alex, but maybe they could do something a little different by taking Marty, Gloria, Melman, maybe the chimps, or something, and as you can see, also definitely take King Julian and Maurice and Mort, and or maybe not that. Maybe instead, well, maybe just stick with, maybe just kidnap, maybe Makunga and Captain Dubois just capture Gloria and Melman, King Julian, Maurice, and Mort, and the chimps, and heck, maybe even put Alex's parents in here too, Zuba and Flory, and also you know depending on how it goes for Julian and Maurice and Mort in this movie, there's a chance that something in here could happen for King Julian to possibly reunite with Clover, who was in the TV show All Hail King Julian, which is a prequel to the first movie. It would be really good for him to just see her again. And it would definitely be good for Maurice and Mort. And DreamWorks, Christopher Farah, or and Tom McGrath, Eric Downwell, the creators of Madagascar, I'm not so sure how you guys might feel about this, but this is actually a pretty good idea. I mean, the main characters, Alex the lion, Marty the zebra, Gloria the hippo, Melman, seeing these guys join the North Wind, this could be really amazing. And here's the thing, in Madagascar 3, after showing Alex a mud sculpture of New York, they planned on going back. Then they find themselves with a circus, which was even better than staying at the zoo. But now in Madagascar 4, they could do something even better than being in a circus. Maybe, I don't know, join the North Wind. And you know what? Maybe instead of Captain Dubois and Makunga kidnapping Gloria, Melman, or Marty, or whoever the friends are that Alex and the main cast know, maybe this time Captain Dubois and Makunga capture the circus animals, Vitaly, Gia, Sonia, and of course, what was his name? It's the sea lion. I forgot his name. Stefano, yeah. And Alex and the rest of the main cast joined the North Wind. and try to help them, and I guess teach, you know, Captain Dubois and Makunga a lesson. And now for Cars 4, after Cars 3 came out, there were talks about a possible fourth film. And as always, there has to be a good story to tell. And I mentioned how the TV show Cars of the Road basically prepares us for Cars 4. If you watch the final episode where Lightning and Mater go to his sister's wedding, Cruz Ramirez is over there, and right before the episode ends, Lightning says to Cruz, see you at the track. Something about that could prepare us for Cars 4. And one more thing, a lot of you guys believe that Lightning McQueen has retired from racing in Cars 3. Well, he hasn't. After 51 laps in Florida, he lets Cruz take over after remembering what she talked with him about. And although she won, Lightning was also a winner because he started the race. And after Sally asks him what he's going to do, he says he's going to keep racing, but first he's going to train Cruz. And then finally and then when we start the TV show Cars on the Road, and we see him training in Willie's Butte like he used to with Doc. And then you reach towards the end, and he says to Cruz, see you at the track. And for Cars, and now wondering how Cars 4 could go, here's what I think Cars 4 could go. And you know what? Pixar, do whatever you guys like. Cars 4, if Cars 4 focuses on racing, sort of like what the first and third movies did, they could do something very similar to films like It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World and its remake, Rat Race, and of course this direct-to-video film, Tom and Jerry, The Fast and the Furry, where Lightning does a cross-country race, with some of his famous rivals, Chick Hicks, Francesco, and Jackson Storm. Heck, maybe even some of the bad guys from Cars 2. Which leads to another thing. This could be perfect for a revenge story for Miles Axelrod, where he threatens to possibly do something to Lightning's friends, and says to him that if he doesn't win these races on cross country, something could happen. And Jay Ward, the creator of the Cars franchise, I heard it sometime in 2023 that you're developing things related to the franchise, which means there's still a chance that Cars 4 could happen. Heck, if you guys could, also do a Planes 3. I heard that Planes 3 was planned to be released sometime in 2019, but that was canceled. And Jay Ward, whatever you're doing, whatever you're developing, whether if it's related to Cars or if you're actually developing a fourth movie, or whatever possible spin-off, whether if it's Planes 3 or heck, other vehicles like trains or boats, whatever, do what you can. I mean, you inspired a lot of people who became fans of Cars. And one more thing, regardless of when Cars 4 and Madagascar 4 happen, both Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller should be in these movies. They're good friends. And, while Owen Wilson reprises his role as Lightning McQueen in Cars 4, Ben Stiller should play a character in that movie. And if Ben Stiller reprises his role as Alex the Lion in Madagascar 4, Owen Wilson should play a character in that movie too. Just imagine how amazing that would be. What do you guys think? How do you guys think Madagascar 4 should go? How do you guys think Cars 4 should go? And do you think both Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller should be in these movies together? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time.